Gizelle and Robyn dive deep into the shocking explicit photo scandal involving Kenya Moore that led to Britt's $20 million lawsuit against Bravo. They discuss the serious allegations of defamation, a hostile work environment, and what this means for the future of the franchise. Happy Friday, Boo Kittens. It's your girl Keisha, and today on this episode of Behind the Scenes Tea, we're going to discuss Gizelle and Robyn. Yes, I haven't talked about this duo in quite some time, but Gizzard and Roberto discussed the Kenya Moore Britt situation on their podcast Reasonably Shady, and how Britt has now decided to sue Bravo. They had a lot to say about the topic, so let's get into what these heifers had to say.
Let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, yes. Please. Okay, so for those of y'all who do not know, they have filmed their reunion. Yes. It has not aired yet, but they have filmed it. Mm-hmm. And it hit the blogs that, what's the girl name?
Brit.
Did not show up.
Brit. Yes.
Yes, your first season
newbie.
And your last season.
Yes.
Okay, you didn't show up.
Yes. Clearly that means she quit.
Yeah. And then the next day,
yes,
there's a $20 million lawsuit that was dropped against Bravo from her.
Right. For what?
I'm just going to look in the ceiling and look in the sky. Like, what?
And she's apparently said, so she skipped a reunion. She put a message up saying that.
Okay, first of all, reunion's not optional. I just want everybody to be clear. Like, you can't just skip the reunion if you still want your job.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I was like, clearly she don't want her job.
Or walk off the reunion and not finish it. Just saying that too.
Right.
Okay.
That too. So she put a message out that said like, oh, I recently found out that the pictures that Kenya posted or, had printed out weren't actually me.
Right.
So what? I don't,
is that so part of the lawsuit?
What is she suing Bravo and Truly Production for? Truly Original for?
I don't know. Like, I'm very confused.
But you filmed, this whole incident happened.
Yeah.
You filmed the entire season.
Yeah.
You showed up to work. You were fine.
You were fine.
They actually got rid of the person that printed your supposed pictures.
Yeah. Kenya's gone. Where Kenya should be back.
Right.
And let me say this. If anybody should be suing, I think it's Kenya.
Right.
Like, or if anybody might have a suit, maybe it's Kenya. Not this girl.
Right. Not her. I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't even understand. I can't wrap my head around what she would be suing for.
You know what I said to myself? And I'm not pointing any finger at anyone.
Okay.
But I said to myself, I don't know who's doing casting. And when I say I don't know who's doing casting, I'm lying. Do better. Do better. Because this could have all been avoided.
Well, yeah, but I think some people don't present their real selves during the casting process. Yeah.
Okay, but there was history on this girl. She was a Stevie J girl.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much that should have signaled to them. This is not a good choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder why they made that decision. I don't know, but yeah. So that's a hot mess.
That is.
That's a hot mess.
That is very much a hot mess.
And then Kenya wasn't at the reunion.
No.
And she kind of made an announcement saying she was uninvited to the reunion or something but I didn't really I didn't expect to see her at the reunion.
No, I didn't expect to see her either. I mean, listen, I think that if they would have known that this girl wasn't coming, yes, I'm sure they would have called Kenya and been like, hey, just come give your point of view, maybe. I don't know. Or at this point, everyone could give their point of view of what happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the other ladies have something to say.
Yeah.
Like, Kenya, you were wrong for that or whatever. Or it just would have even given Kenya the opportunity to apologize if she wanted to apologize. Just state your case.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's unfortunate.
I guess it would have been nice to give her the opportunity just to speak on it, apologize.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, give a statement, something, and just be done with that. So that would have been nice to give her the opportunity to do that. So,
Yeah.
and it seems like Kenya's been like deeply affected by this whole experience.
Yes, no, totally.
Yeah.
Because I think that, she didn't feel supported. Everybody gets in their feelings when they feel like they're not being protected or supported.
Right.
And, Kenya has made it known, like, she didn't feel protected by the production company.
What? The green-eyed bandits on the right side of things for once? Pigs must be flying, child, because these heifers finally made some sense. I'm so proud of them. Growth has been made in some areas. I actually wasn't irked with hearing Robyn's voice because it's been so long since I've had to hear it. Thank you, Jesus, the Father Christ. But they were exactly right. They've been saying the same things that we, the viewers, have been saying about this entire situation. And it's something when the cast members are telling production, y'all got to do better with vetting the people that you're adding onto these shows. Not even just that, with the way that y'all are producing these shows. I feel like the production companies might need to change. I feel like Bravo needs to get on point and really get invested in what's going on with their talent with these shows, because sometimes they seem like they are out of touch a little bit, and these production companies, we've seen some of these producers and showrunners be vindictive towards cast members, and it's just not a proper work environment to be in. We've seen and heard of how producers don't like certain people, so they go after them, and that's wrong. That's so wrong. And then you have production companies like Truly Original that want to make the show Love and Hip Hop, and that's not what this is. Housewives is supposed to be the upper echelon when it comes to reality television. It's the show that everybody wants to be on. The Housewives is the one reality show where they're looked at as being elite, and some of these decisions that are being made are making the show look trashy and ghetto and raunchy, and that's just not for the Atlanta girls. It goes for some of these white franchises as well. It's honestly getting to the point where it's like some of these producers are housewives themselves. There needs to be a lot of in working, and by that I mean they need to be doing a lot of cleanup behind the scenes. It's not just the talent where some of these housewives franchises are failing. I think that it's a mixture of the casting, the housewives, the producers, the network. I think it's a hodgepodge of things. And with this situation, I feel like Brit and I feel like production are the main villain, if you should say, in this situation, because she started something that she obviously could not finish. She threatened a cast member a few weeks into filming, and production dropped the ball by handling it so frivolously and not firing her and not holding her accountable, and instead making Kenya be painted the villain when she retaliated. None of this would have happened if y'all would have abided by protocol and what was right and wrong. And it's so unfortunate, but I feel like there's so many people to blame and to point the fingers at. And I also think that Bravo and NBC are also just as to blame as the production and Brit, because it goes to show that this is strictly business for them and that they don't really care about talent. They don't really care about these women who have given themselves time and time again for these shows and put their lives out there to be scrutinized and judged and all of these different things. The loyalty, it really honestly doesn't matter, because just as quick as they were able to just push Kenya to the side, I think it should show the other ladies that they have no problem doing it to you as well. Y'all let me know what y'all think about what Gizelle and Roberto had to say. Let's talk about it, you guys, down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.